Yo, what's happening? Hope everyone's okay. Right, questions are coming in thick and fast now. My pipeline is starting to build again, so thank you for that. So this week, what is it? It's a question that came as a result of an article I shared on LinkedIn called The Growth Mindset That All Workers Need to Cultivate. Paul Meredith, who says he helps C-suites in fintech and challenger banking increase revenues by up to 15 million per annum by creating and leading change and delivery functions. Well done. Asked this question in the comments of the section of that post. What are your thoughts on how to persuade someone with a fixed mindset to be more open to growth? I thought, now, there's a likely candidate for a UAsk IAnswer video. So I basically asked Paul if it was okay that I used it as such. And of course, he agreed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now, would I? Are you lucky or unlucky? I don't know. Also, there's always LinkedIn posts that merely show what it is to have a growth mindset and vice versa. But rarely do you see any that show you or tell you how you can change from a fixed to a growth mindset. So I thought, what the hell? Let's give this one a go, shall we? But given my somewhat limited knowledge of the subject, it was back onto Google again, I'm afraid, and another journey of enlightenment. So first of all, a bit of context. In her seminal book, Mindset, American psychologist Carol Dweck explains the two main mindsets we have when approaching new challenges or even life in general. So here are her two definitions of what the mindsets are that impact the way you think and act on a daily basis. A fixed mindset, in a fixed mindset, people believe that their basic qualities like intelligence or talent are simply fixed traits. They spend their time documenting their intelligence or talent instead of developing them. They also believe that talent alone creates success without effort. Okay. On the other hand, a growth mindset. In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. So that's according to Carol Dweck. The idea of a growth mindset has become a buzzword, to be honest, in professional conversations, both within and outside organisational settings, and is primarily influenced, again, by the work of Carol Dweck, which I mentioned previously. Individuals with a growth mindset are those who believe that their talents can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others. On the contrary, people with a fixed mindset believe that their talents are innate gifts. Okay. However, every person is a mix of growth and fixed mindsets, and this acknowledgement is the foundation for growth. What does that mean? Well, people who don't acknowledge that they have room to grow will not grow. Simple as that. In fact, people in the growth mindset zone worry less about looking smart or being right and put more effort on learning. That's why they achieve more than those with a fixed mindset. However, nurturing a growth mindset is two-way traffic between the environment we are in, such as the organisation and us as individuals. And yes, it takes the donkey and the shepherd to tango in a beautiful rhythm of drinking water. So Does it take organisations and individuals to tango in a beautiful rhythm of developing and nurturing growth mindsets? So how do you change from one to the other? A bit like change management, isn't it? How we were, how you want to be. You may well ask. My Googling, I spent quite a bit of time on Googling, came back with so many hits. It was unbelievable, ranging from 5 to 20 steps to create a growth mindset, that I had some difficulty with which to choose. So what I did, I relied on my simple brain, my simple approach and judgment, and went for a few that were understandable and easily digestible to me, but hopefully also to you. So first of all, from an organisation called Future Learn, identify your own mindset by considering how you currently approach challenges, either at work or in education. You can determine your current mindset. Look at your own improvements. Think about something that you're better at now than you were in the past. Review the success of others. Try to think about something that you've seen someone else do completely against the odds. Seek feedback. Whether you've been successful in a project or not, seeking feedback from others is a good way to develop a growth mindset. Harness the power of yet. Essentially, this part of a fixed mindset is about realizing that there will be skills or subjects that you're not good at yet. Learn something new, obviously. Try a completely new activity and challenge yourself to learn something that you're not already good at. Make mistakes. I make plenty. You're not going to get everything right the first time of trying, so allow yourself to make errors and then learn from those missteps. Be kind to yourself. Come on. Rather than scolding yourself for your errors, you stupid boy, try and identify how you treat someone else in your situation. Look at examples. If you're striving to develop a growth mindset, it can help to look at those who already embody one. And then set realistic goals. There are many determinants of success, such as personality, such as intelligence, circumstance, and other factors can all contribute. Got that? Bit of a long one, but think about it. Then there's another article I found from an organisation called Van Cruiser. It says, or they say, be curious. You need to become curious. And if you think you are already, then you need to become more curious about everything, because curiosity didn't only kill the cat, but is the best teacher for all of us. Look at failure, very similar one to the one above, as a learning opportunity. Not a lot of people do that. Sometimes we all face setbacks and failure in life, but how we choose to respond to a failure determines the level of success we are going to achieve. Then, be optimistic. Optimistic people, they see the world differently as compared to pessimistic people. An optimistic person is somebody who finds opportunity in every single danger. On the other hand, a pessimistic person is someone who finds danger in every opportunity. Believe in yourself. Confidence comes when you believe in yourself, even when others are doubting you. Believing in yourself can take you to an extraordinary level, believe me. Use the power of yet, mentioned again before. The word yet is the most powerful thing you can use to develop a growth mindset. Most people think that they know everything, absolutely everything in the world. But the harsh reality is no one can ever know everything, can they? You will never find anyone succeeding with a fixed mindset. You must have a growth mindset to achieve anything you want in life. Got it? Good. Now the last one from the Association of Talent Development. Much like the healers of, the snake oil salesman, the healers of prior days, psychologists used to infer how our mind works through observation and try to help us advance through trial and error. Today, we can actually test a theory like Dweck's against what we know about neuroscience and see if it holds up. The brain is constantly creating and destroying neural pathways, forming the thoughts and behavior patterns our brain uses to make decisions, choose actions, and present us to the outside world. Yeah? The pathways that are used get stronger as time goes on. Those that are underused grow weaker and are eventually replaced. When reviewed through this lens, Dweck's explanation of a fixed versus growth mindset makes absolute perfect sense. It correlates with hard scientific data. And you know what I'm like about data, don't you? Well, okay, what does this mean to you? We share responsibility to help our clients become the best learners possible. Helping employees adopt a growth mindset can make an organization more agile, more resilient, more creative, and even smarter. It is actually possible to use a growth mindset to enhance the intelligence quotient, IQ, of the individual and by extension, the organization. Studies show that mere exposure to the concept initiatives increase the foundation of new neural pathways, even if you initially disagree with the premise. Our brains are pre-wired with a bias to learn new things. Somewhere along the way, some of us have actually learned to stop learning, and we can unlearn those behaviors with a conscious effort and repetition. One simple way to encourage a growth mindset is to insert positive messages about everyone's capability to learn and change into every training intervention we produce. I try through my fundamentals of change management training. We can rewrite learning activities to make people fail more often, which is known to stimulate much more neural activity than the successful completion of a new task. Finally, we can partner with leadership to encourage a new way of looking at ourselves and our employees as works in progress rather than fully defined blocks with strengths and weaknesses. I think that was quite a long one. Well, 13 and a half, just over 13 and a half minutes. So once again, I hope that gives you a good explanation of moving from a fixed to a growth mindset. And thanks for the question in the first place. I personally am now much wiser in terms of that subject. I hope you will be too. See you next time.